Thomas Hobbes. Hobbes was born in 1581 in the family of an Anglican clergyman. After his early education, he was sent to Oxford for higher education. He was witness to the Civil War in England between the Republicans and monarchy. The Civil War left a deep impact on his thinking. He viewed man as an animal who was motivated by two considerations, viz. Fear and self-interest. The war also convinced him that a strong and stable government was the basic need for civilized life. This stability could be provided only by an absolute monarchy. Apart from the Civil War, Hobbes was also influenced by ideas of other political thinkers like Plato, Hooker, Machiavelli, Grotius, Baudin etc. The political philosophy of Hobbes is contained in the Sive, the Leviathan, the Copper, the Homine and numerous pamphlets. Hobbes' political philosophy rests on his views on human nature. He considered individual as a rational creature, who was an embodiment of passions, emotions and desires. Hobbes paints a picture of the state of nature which is largely based on his view of human nature. According to Hobbes, the state of nature was a state of war in which there was no common superior who could hold the people in check. In short, the life of man was solitary, poor, nasty, brutish and short. People were fed up with the uncertainty prevailing in the state of nature and were keen to have a state for self-preservation. For the attainment of the above objective, they decided to set up a common power which could defend them from the invasion of foreigners and injuries of one another. For this purpose they entered into a contract, with each individual saying to the other, "I authorize and give up my right of governing myself to this man or to this assembly of men, on the condition that thou give the right to him and authorize all his actions in the like manner." It may be noted that the sovereign was not a party to the contract and hence could not be held responsible for violating the same. According to Hobbes, the sovereign was the result of the contract and enjoyed all those powers which were surrendered by the people at the time of concluding the contract. The authority of the sovereign could not be challenged by the people because they voluntarily surrendered their rights without any condition and could not claim them back. People had no right to revolt against the authority of the sovereign. Hobbes' views on law are intimately linked with his views on sovereignty. Hobbes holds that the individual authorized the sovereign to make and enforce laws. The authority of the sovereign to make laws was not restricted by natural law, divine law or international law. The sovereign was himself above and beyond the law. The above views of Hobbes should not give the impression that he was a supporter of naked absolutism. In reality, he was a great individualist. According to Prof. Viper, Hobbes, so frequently portrayed as the greatest absolutist, is perhaps the greatest individualist in the history of political thought.